Ja, moin, gehen Hauskins DW ist wieder mal am Start mit einer neuen Folge von Trades of Code Steel. Wir sind am Ende unseres letzten Schultages vor unserem Freitag hier in Chapter 2 und wir wollen noch ein paar Leutchen besuchen. Nächster Stop ist hier im Student Union Building. Denn hier schön. Oder? Guck mal, hier sind Leute, die mich alle nicht interessieren. Ja, kein Date, euch störe ich. Every time I think Patrick couldn't be more of an asshole, he proves me wrong. Loggins, du's my man. Can't you put the fear of idios into his heart or something, Friedel? Anything to get him straightened out? No, why would I do that? It's so much more interesting when there's all this tension between you. You're pretty twisted, you know that. Ja, Loggins, du bist my man, I love you. Komm her, gib mir die Kiss. Nein, Spaß. Ihr habt auch ein Date. Things have gotten a whole lot harder for us this year too, but we can't afford to give anything less than our best, not with midterms right around the corner. Today's combat studies lessons was a very challenging one. I thought I was used to Instructor Sarah of the yoke merciless preaching, but she never fails to invent new and creative ways to torture us. Na, hier erwartet einen nur Student Council President Tova. So hieß sie. Vorname weiß ich nicht mehr. Servus Tova. Oh hey. President Tova. Haha, I think I'm getting there. Our classes have really gotten harder since the start of the year, but I feel as though I'm keeping up. Ja, ich weiß, ich lasse mich wieder versklaven von dir. Of course, just let me know what you need me help with. Actually, if you can make a list for me, that will make it easier to get everything done. Die ist schon drollig. Tell me my future. Welcome to the Occult Research Society. You're puzzling over why such a club was founded, are you not? You hit the nail right on the head. Hehe, I understand your amazement, but you need not look so surprised. I can read your mind as if it were a book. Wow. Okay, ich verpiss mich lieber. Fotografie-Club. Wo sind hier die Damenunterwäschen? Ich glaube, das ist nur im Geheimen hier. Lower Class Chess Club. Marquis is already gone for the day. He told me he'd be here for tomorrow's strategy meeting, but he seemed a bit off. This isn't the first time either. I wonder if he's doing okay. I wonder if it's because of me. My man! Trade points. Mute. Tech crafts can mute enemies. Nämlich gerne. So how's the fishing going? I bet you're catching all sorts of stuff now that you're traveling around the country for your field studies. Maybe I should join you next time. Ha ha ha. You do know they're academic studies and not some sort of fishing tour, right? Das Leben ist eine Fishing Tourin. Get used to it. Oh, das ist der Chess Club. Ich will da nicht hoch. Emma got into the academy and a scholarship, didn't she? Which means she's exactly the kind of person we should be protecting from your indecent hobbies. Indecent? How dare you! There's nothing indecent about the passion that these boys share. In fact, indulging in it is a vital part of a lady's youth. Oh, sie liest Yaoi. Sorry, I couldn't hear your argument over all your heavy breathing. Du liest Yaoi, oder? Oh, Fidelio, you'll never understand. There's nothing indecent about the pure passion that these boys are sharing with one another. And by extension, there's nothing indecent about my fantasies either. Vielleicht hat sie da Boku no Pico. Wo wir da reinkommen. Oh, das Klus Noller, Klus tun so laut. Okay, ich komme nicht rein. Gott sei Dank komme ich nicht rein. Boah, allein schon dieser Teppich, dass der da ist. Jesus Maria. Hasse ich diese Leute. Na, kannst du nicht entscheiden. So I hear class 7th going on fields studies. Must be nice to get to travel around the country. There's probably material galore out there. I'm actually pretty jealous. He's always talking about material, but what is it? It's not like they're separate from our curriculum. We work just as hard on field studies, isn't it harder? Kann mir hier nichts leisten. Shady. Okay, das war Student Union Building. Bleibt ja nur noch die Library. Diese Kamera und Vieh gerade. Du leuchtest. Und Reading Corner. Erebonian Folklore Volume 1. Considering the size and history of the Erebonian Empire, it should come as no surprise that it has a wealth of folklore, perhaps more than any other nation on the continent. This is the first in a series of 3 books that will introduce a small number of the legends and traditions of Erebonia. It is my wish that this series will stimulate a new interest in the rich history and mythology of its great nation. Animism. Animism is a religious belief native to the land of Erebonia, disconnected from the teachings of the Septian Church. There is no single type of animism. Some animists believe that objects in the natural world have a spirit, while others emphasize the reverence of one's ancestors. The animist traditions of the past continue to live on a number of ways in Erebonia. Let the summer festival begin being just one. While animism may be disconnected from the doctrine of the Septian Church, it does not specifically refute the Church's teachings, and in many regions, animist traditions have been incorporated into the beliefs of the Septian Church. Many animists have thus been converted to worshipping the goddess Aidios, while retaining their traditional beliefs. Furthermore, the people of the North Highlands to the northeast of the empire revere the wind as a spirit and share many fundamental aspects of the religious outlook with the people of Erebonia. Feet, an evil creature that differs from the monsters that we know. Most are said to cause harm to humans, and while they're fundamentally similar to the devils which appear in the teachings of the Septian Church, the existence of neither fiends nor devils has been proven. Fairy. Fairies are inhabitants of another world, separate from both spirits and fiends. Descriptions of them vary amongst the different traditions. Some liken them to young winged girls, while others characterize them as small people. A number of believers also portray them as being represented by small animals. One thing they all have in common, however, is that they enjoy pulling pranks on people. They aren't. Contents were added to book notes. Auch. Das will ich jetzt nicht alles lesen. Da sind die Ladies. Like this? That's the correct formula, yes. Well done, Fee. Oh. Kriegst du jetzt ein Leckerchen? I heard you found Fee napping near the old schoolhouse. While I suppose her carefree attitude is one of her natural charms. And thank you for reminding her to come to the study session. Haha, no problem. Well, Fee, you kept Emma waiting, so you better make sure to pay attention, okay? Will do. Und dann wird Zeit, dass wir futtern gehen. Oder was sagen Sie dazu?
I plan on helping out at the church today too, knowing that even someone as insignificant as myself can be of assistance to others is a splendid feeling. It makes my efforts all feel worth it.
Totally. Ja, da muss ich rein. Should I go back to the dormitory? Ist ja nix, ne? Das heißt ja eigentlich nur Ja, machen wir. So. Wir müssen noch eigentlich auf unsere Boys warten. Oh nein. Oh, der Typ. Oh, it's you. I'm not going to play along with your scams this time, so you might as well be on your way.
別に騙し取るつもりじゃなかったんだがな。そうそう。あれ、どうやったか分かったか？
Oh ja, der hat uns ausgeraubt. Ich kenne ihn wieder.
別に50ミラくらいすぐ返してもいいんだが、それを答えてからの方が納得できるんじゃねえか？
There had to have been trick to it. Some form of sleight of hand. Something that wasn't as it seemed. If I had to guess, I'd say the crux of this illusion was the bandana on his head, the drawstring back at his feet, the coin was never tossed. Eins oder drei? Coin was never tossed. No, he definitely threw it into the air. I watched him do it, which means it must have been. Ach, fick dich. Of course, I'm pretty sure he had the bag on his feet, which means you throw the coin in the air, but let it fall instead of trying to catch it. Let it fall right into the open bag, lying, and wait for it at your feet. Am I right?
やるね。ま、答えるのに時間がかかったのはご愛嬌ってところか。
So I was right?
正解だ。約束通り50ミラはきっちり返してやるよ。
Ist ausgegeben, wa?
10ミラしか入ってねえわ。
It's fine, just forget it. It's only 50 Mira, you can keep it.
そうか？だったらありがたく。
こらこら、痛いけな後輩に厚かましくたかろうとするんじゃない。
おーっと、現れやがったな。
What? Oh, das Moped Girl. Mit the Moped. Bicycle? No, it looks like it's powered by orbital energy. Wait, I've seen this go somewhere before.
ディーン君だね。トアとジョルジュから君のことはいろいろと聞いているよ。先月の特別実習でも見事活躍したそうじゃないか。
Tja, ich bin ein Gutmeister. I'm surprised you know my name. Actually, I didn't think I'd be doing anything worthy of such attention. Guess I should still officially introduce myself, though. I'm Reen Schwarzer. It's nice to meet you. And this is Angelica Rogner.
アンゼリカ・ログナーだ。よろしく頼むよ、リン君。
Rogner, as in Marquise Rogner, head of one of the 4 great houses.
さすがに知っている。
Also Jusis, Patrick, sie und war Laura nicht auch?
その当主である公爵の不詳の娘
Unworthy daughter.
まあこんな格好で好き勝手させてもらっているからとっくに感動されていそうだけど。
お前の場合、格好というより風紀上の問題な気もするんだが、しかしゼリカ、こんな時間から遠乗りかよ。
ああ、動力エンジンの強化がやっと終わってくれたからね。テートあたりまで一っ走りしてくるかな。
やれやれ。相変わらず勝手気ままに生きてやがんな。
君にだけは言われたくないけどね。
Komm, düse mal los. So you do ride it like a bike. Whoa.
それじゃ、いずれ私も依頼を出すから、ぜひ応じてくれると嬉しいな。
I am in love.
随分と度肝を抜かれたみたいだな。今のは動力バイクっつってジョルジュが組み上げたものだ。なかなかロックだろ。
It is. It's kind of like a steel horse. I'm guessing you can't buy those in any shops.
ルーレ工科大学で試作されていたものをジョルジュが完成させてな。パーツの資金はゼリカが提供して、俺とトアも製作を手伝ったんだぜ。
Sounds like it must have been a pretty challenging project. Are you on good terms with Tova and George then? Angelica said she'd heard all about me from them. Maybe you had a little something to do with it too.
全員クラスは違うが、1年の時からの腐れ縁でな。と、そういや言い忘れてたか。
Nope. Crow Armbrust is that.
2年5組所属、クローアームブラストだ。よろしくな、リーン後輩。そんじゃお先に。
Crow könnte man auch als Crossbow-Reference nehmen. Das CR von Cross und O von Bow. His name's Crow, huh? Angelica is the daughter of Marquis Rogner. Tova's the student council president. George is head of engineering club. Seems like every second year I met is somebody important. Bis auf Crow Armbrust. Da, Chapter 2, The Verdant City. Verdant ist doch eigentlich immer was Grünes, oder? Oder Flora-Fauna-mäßig. Stay in your room, hang out in the dormitory. Natürlich hängen wir out. So, wen gehen wir bespitzeln? It appears as a vacant room. Elliot isn't he here? Let's see if I can sort things out with Macias. Who is it? It's me, Reen. Hey, are you free right now? I'd like to discuss something with you. Studying at the moment. Can you save it for tomorrow? Sure, I'll come back then. I really do want to apologize to him, but he doesn't seem to want to give me a chance. Gaius is auch nicht hier. Are you free at the moment, Jusis? Hello, boyfriend. What do you want? Just wanted to say thanks for this afternoon. I assume you mean the incident with firearms. I explicitly remember stating that I wasn't trying to help you. Haha, maybe so, but I still wanted to thank you. I'm not really used to handling situations like that. I mean, I'm a noble, but I've never really spent much time with other members of the nobility. Jusis? Seems as though neither one of us is an ordinary noble, but your problems have nothing to do with me. Don't expect my assistance next time. Neither one of us. I guess he's got some issues of his own then. Gehen wir zu den Mädels. Mädels, ich will Party machen. Ich bin der Rehen. Servus. Hello there, lady. What's wrong, Elisa?
Oh, hey, Reen. It's nothing serious, don't worry.
Well, if you insist. But now that I'm here, it's really easy to tell that this is your room, Elisa. It's so organized and neat. It really fits that high-class image of yours.
Don't make fun of me like that. Sometimes I can't tell if he's clueless or if he's actually caught on.
Sorry, did I say something to upset you?
No, it's nothing.
Okay, gut, dass sie sich nicht beschwert, dass ich einfach so in ihr Zimmer einbreche. Was haben wir denn noch? Da ist ein Foto. Ich sehe nichts drauf. Da ist ein süßer Plüschhase. Okay. Ein schickes Landschaftsbild. Warum auch immer da Besteck ist. Und ihr Lacrosse halt, ne? Joa, ganz nett. Door seems to be locked. Oh, she's not here. I wonder where she went. Das ist, glaube ich, Viehs Room gewesen, ne? Anscheinend hier.
Someone's here. Seems like it. I'll be right there. Hello, Reen. Something the matter?
Not really, I just came by for a chat. Is Fee here with you? I thought I heard her voice a moment ago.
She is. I promised to help her study after we finished dinner. She's currently doing some exercises I prepared for her this afternoon. I expected to hear that.
Hehe, she's actually a very hard worker. Would you like to join us? That's alright, I'd rather not distract you two. It sounds like hard work, so good luck. Thank you. Have a good free day tomorrow. Ja, ich darf wieder Sklavenarbeit machen. Damit, ich hätte gern mit Pyjama Party gespielt. Und Laura, was geht, Laura? Good evening, Reen. Hey there, Laura. Oh, I like how you got your room set up. It's pretty relaxing. It's probably because we've both grown up immersed in the way of the sword. My room at home has more or less the same feel too. Haha, should have expected as much. I see you've been practicing your swings tonight too. Of course, it helps my dinner settle. Sword practice is usually my go-to for clearing my mind, so it's an ideal way to wind down the way. For some reason, I had this impression that you were one of those people who never got caught up in those thoughts. Even I have things I brood over now and then. I've noticed that you've been putting extra effort into your training lately. May we both continue to strive toward improving ourselves. Couldn't have said it better myself. Da ist das schicke Schwert. Sonst was Feines. Dass die Mädels alle nicht beschweren, dass ich einfach in deren Räume reingehe. Das für Briefe, hä? Das Herzen da drauf? Das sind doch Herzen da drauf. Kriegt die etwa Love Letters, hä? Naja, genug Party mit den Mädels gemacht, glaube. Das ist leer. Sensei. Hallo, Drunken Sensei. Oh, wasn't expecting to see you here. Didn't pack you as the type to sneak into a lady's room in the middle of the night. Maybe I had you figured wrong. He wouldn't exactly call this sneaking. I'm kind of surprised, though, you're actually not drinking. Not that I wouldn't like to drink right now, to be honest, but I've got some work I need to finish up before I forget. Okay, yeah, I give up. Grab me a beer from the case over there, will you? You ever think that maybe there's something not quite right about a teacher bringing a beer into the dorms? Come on, beer's the fuel that keeps my fires burning. Even let you have a can or two for yourself. It's okay if anyone asks, I have no idea where you got it. I think I pass. By the way, instructor, you know a guy named Crow, right? He's a second-year student. Oh, and Angelica too. Oh, so you've met them already, have you? I've had my fair share of good times with them since I became an instructor, but then again, who hasn't? Ah, so you do know them. Well, at the very last, I hope you can steer clear of their influence. You wouldn't want to take after them any more than you'd want to take after me. You say that, and yet here you are as our homeroom teacher. Wieso? Sie ist doch super. Ich meine, guck mal, was die alles hat hier. Was ist das? Verrät hier die Karte, wo wir als nächstes hingehen? Glaube nicht. Also, Drunken Sensei ist am Worken. Nicht mal mit ihr kann man hier Party machen. Schade, schade. Schade, schade. Oh, hier seid ihr zwei. That was a delicious meal, courtesy of Jusis. Thanks to that, I ought to be in top shape for tomorrow. I imagine everyone's started getting used to academy life now, but we need to avoid getting too comfortable and to keep working. I heard that is tradition for the Wind Orchestra to stage a big yearly concert. I'm gonna try to find out more about that tomorrow, but I'm getting really excited just thinking about it. That's gonna be my big goal, to work toward for the time being. Das ist vernünftig, Elliot. Ist nix. Hier ist leer. Hier komme ich rein. Hier ist der Stash. Naja, wenn wir da geredet, wir wissen, was los ist. Ich rede gern mit unseren Leuten. Heute können wir nicht anquatschen, ne? Matthias will immer noch nicht. Really want to apologize to him. Guess I have to wait for the right moment. Shall I call it a day? Choosing to rest will cause the date to change and the main story to advance. Ja, das ist ja das, was ich will. Oder nicht? Der Sonntag. So, dann haben wir wieder Sklavenarbeit zu erledigen. Jawohl, ja. Student Council tasks me. Old Schoolhouse Mystery 2. I would like to ask Class 7 to continue the investigation of the old schoolhouse from where they left off last month. I hope you will be able to shed further light onto the secrets within those walls. You may begin when you see fit, but make sure that you are completely prepared. Principal Ventic. Substitute tutor Klein. Something urgent has just come up, so I really need someone to take care of tutoring the kid I usually teach. I'll be waiting in the lower class dorm, so please come see me as soon as you can. Klein. A number of books have just arrived for fourth faculty, and I would like assistance in delivering them. Inquire at Kaney's bookstore. Guck mal, das können wir doch gleich direkt machen. The old schoolhouse request is the same deal as last month. Still got the key, so I can go in whenever I'm ready. There's no telling how long it's going to take, so I should finish up everything else first. Let's get started. Yeah, dann wollen wir mal. Erstmal zum Bookstore. Erstmal checken. So, wir haben, da ist Crow, da ist Emma und Sensei. Die haben alle Bonding Moments. Und hier ist Gaius. Gaius hat Bonding Moments. So, da sind die alle. Gut zu wissen. Also. Sensei, Gaius, Emma und Crow. Ich glaube, ich nehme Emma und Gaius. Nie schon wieder. Was geht, Mate? Truly a rejection worthy of Master Vincent. I see the concern in your face, but please do not trouble yourself. This is but a daily occurrence for Master Vincent. Guckt mich nicht. Shop owner got together for some drinks last night. And you kiddos were a popular topic of conversation, I'll tell you. Everyone agrees that this year's batch of new students is an interesting one, Class 7 in particular. It's weird to be a conversation piece. Wah ha ha, don't sweat it, we basically do this every year. Sweet cookie, kann ich mir also nicht leisten. Fresh milk. Und mature sheets. Hey kid.
No one happened to know Emil, but yeah, he lives in the north part of town. He used to be a friend, but one day he just changed and started looking down on us, and eventually he just stopped hanging out with us at all. I kind of miss the days when we were all together.
Tja, so kommt das. Manchmal werden Leute einfach Arschlöcher.
Hehe, Becky displays remarkable skill. Her way of interacting with customers is rather different from the norm, but I have no complaints about the results. In fact, I wouldn't mind if she became an official employee one day.
Kann mir auch nichts leisten. Ich hab nur 10. Ich bin broke as shit. Da ist Becky.
Aye, this definitely suit ya. Here, give it a wee try on. Alright, flash colors are just perfect match for snowboard suit of yours.
Haha, Becky, you really aren't holding back today, are you? You're feeling well? Tell me what's wrong.
Ja, just so my accent.
Die hatten keine spontane Quest. Für mich. Haben sie eine spontane Quest? Kommt da ja gar nicht rein. Hat er vielleicht eine spontane Quest? So wie ich den einen Looter angequatscht habe, den Café-Owner. Tell me something. 7-4-7-1. No, it's not the time to start getting all defeatist. Not when White Arrow takes the straight way so well. Are you thinking about horse racing again? Oh yeah, today's a big one. I'm gonna win even bigger. That'll show off Freddo's boss. Kann ich denn exchangen? Ground Base? Nein. Hier, ich kann Golden Sphere in glänzend machen. Oder Analyzing glänzend. Analyzing glänzend habe ich, glaube ich. Da sind noch mehr Kids.
Your house seems like so much fun. My mommy and daddy are always fighting, so it's totally different. Really, that sounds tough. My mommy and daddy get along super well. Did Annie's mommy and daddy fight as much as my kids? And have sex?
I don't know. Oh. Was haben wir denn hier? Wer sind Sie denn?
今日も一日頑張るとしますか。今夜のネタはどうしよっかなと。
I think that lady works in the radio station building. I wonder what kind of topic she's trying to come up with though. So, fragen wir doch mal nach. Hallo, ich bin's der Rehn. Ich bin cool. Wie ein Schrank. Destin Michael, I am happy to say Abend time's off to a solid start. Looks like I was right about the people wanting nice, relaxing talk show covering topics they can relate to. Throw in a host that's easy to like and it's pretty much guaranteed to be a success. It's too early to celebrate though. No, now we need to focus on getting the listener numbers up. Let's see. Radio Twister was the first radio station ever to broadcast over a wide area. Our programs are now available to almost everyone within Eastern Erebonia, thanks to the radio relay stations we set up. So now when people think radio, they think Radio Twister. Oh yeah, this is where they stick up all the postcards fans of the show send in. Yeah. Look at all this great material everyone's gathered. How could anyone not feel motivated by looking at this? Ich finde ihn gruselig. Aber ist okay. So, vielleicht hat er ja wieder eine spontane Quest für mich. Hello, my boy. Horse racing and Erebonian tradition. There's nothing wrong with me standing here making predictions while I work, right? I don't know what to go with, though. Guess I'll ask Crow what he thinks. Rest and recover. Roasted coffee, crispy pizza. Ich muss nicht resten.
Hey, Crow looks irresponsibly, but you'd be surprised at how good he's taking care of people. He's kind of like Fred in that way, which makes sense given how well the two of them get along.
Jupp, aber ich wollte nicht mit Crow Zeit verbringen, ich wollte mit Emma und Gaius. Und Emma ist hier drin. Neben einer Mission, aber erstmal Emma.
Oh, hello, Reen. So you're working hard as well.
Hey there, Emma. You know, I see you in this bookstore pretty often. What brings you here today?
Well, today I'm searching for some study materials. I'm hoping to find some that'll help Fee with her classwork.
Ah, so there it is. Have you come across anything good yet?
Not quite. I've been struggling to find something that will make it easy for you to understand. But on my honor as class president, I'm going to keep looking until I find something.
I do owe her one after she cheered me up yesterday. Maybe I can help her out. Yes, I want. How about I help you out then?
Are you sure? Hehe. Thank you so much for offering. Okay, to get started, what do you mind searching over there?
Got it! Time for bonding.
Unsurprisingly, most of the books here are targeted at people with a high level of education. Fee isn't quite there though, so I need something a bit simpler for her.
It's really considerate of you to use so much of your free time to help her. But isn't this cutting into your own studies?
Haha, it's not a big deal really. I got into the academy on a scholarship, so I wanted to return the favor by doing all I can to help other students out. Class 7 is an especially small class too, so helping each other just seems like the natural thing to do.
That kind of thinking is why you're our class president.
You don't need to flatter me.
Haha, it's not flattery, it's honesty. For what it's worth, Fee's been paying a lot more attention in class since you two started studying together too.
I've noticed that. It's nice to see. Hopefully I can teach her how to get excited about learning new things before our midterms start.
That will definitely be a big step for her. Hearing that makes me really want to find her the right book.
Here, you and me both.
Oh, what about that book over there? That might work.
This one?
Reen and Emma's hands brushed against one another as they reached for the book. Oh. Der Klassiker. Oops, sorry about that.
Likewise.
And thus they managed to find some useful study material for Fee. Oh yeah, baby. Retouched.
Every time we touch.
Welcome, feel free to browse at your leisure. Pardon me, but you sent a request to the student council, didn't you? I certainly did, and I'm guessing this means you're taking care of it. Wonderful. Yep, you said you needed help with delivering some books to the academy's instructors. Correcto. I usually handle it myself, so I'm sorry to put that work on you today. If you don't mind me asking, is there a reason you needed someone else to do this? Shamefully enough, yes, I lost the order sheet I received from the academy, so now I'm not sure who I should deliver each book to. That's when I decided that it'd be best to ask one of your students instead. You're more familiar with your instructors than I am, so you might be able to deduce who ordered what. So that's why you put the request in with the student council. Exactly. Actually, hire a part-timer who's a student at Chores. I had planned on asking her first, but she's working somewhere else today, so the student council was my only resource. Haha, now it all makes sense. So, are you free at the moment? I'd like to get them delivered as soon as possible. Sure, I take these off your heads. Great, here you go. You have 5 books to deliver. They make for a heavy load, so be careful carrying them. Behind the War of the Lions. Modern art, the complete works. Topical science. Analyzing macroeconomics. The empire's hottest spots. You weren't kidding about the weight. Did anyone order multiple boxes? Don't worry, just one per person. So 5 deliveries, 5 people, 5 books. Seems simple enough. These are all different enough that I should be able to figure out which instructor ordered each one. Get started right away. Should do a great job. Ich sehe aber, wo die sind, ne? Scheinbar nicht. Darauf erstmal angeln gehen. Ach, Angeln ist so schön. Oh, keine Fischis mehr. Also gut. Bringen wir die Kinder einfach mal. will die Lehrer suchen, die die Bücher kriegen. Nee, nicht hier Infirmary, da, so, der will ein Buch. Sure, that's Jean Schwarzer from Dr. Wellstein's class that brings you to me. May I have a minute of your time? Pretty sure he teaches a political and economics class. That should mean. Do you know this book by any chance? Short Vice Principal Heinrich is a copy of Analyzing Macroeconomics. As it just so happens, that's the very book I ordered from the bookstore, but why do you have it? Wait, don't tell me Mrs. Wellstein's corrupted you into a petty thief. You're both stealing academy deliveries, aren't you? Hold on, let me explain. Carefully calmed Principal Heinrich down, explained the situation and handed over Analyzing Macroeconomics. See, allow me to apologize for doubting you so readily, so vehemently. But that raises another question. Your father's a baron, is he not? Then why, pray tell, with someone of such worthy blood performed such menial tasks? What exactly are you asking me? I do not mean to deny the work, ethic, or the importance of the student council, but the nobles have their roads and commoners have theirs. I would just like for you to keep that in mind. I see. It's more you could very well have a bright future. Why not to let instructor Wellstein's influence think too much? That is all. You make your leave. Take your leave. Thank you for your time. You must be gunning for the title of Thor's most punchable faculty member. Ach, Rien, du triffst den Nagel auf den Kopf. So, hier sehe ich das nicht, aber gab es nicht noch eine andere Karte? Wo habe ich mich jetzt hin teleportiert? Scheinbar nicht, das ist die Karte. Aber da ist der grüne Ausrufezeichen. Das grüne Ausrufezeichen. Ich muss die nur hier suchen. Da ist keiner. Nope. Nope. Da ist einer.
Oh, hi, hello there. Did you have a question for me?
I do. Do you have a moment? Instructor Mary teaches both the arts and home economy, so this should be hers. Did you order this book recently? Rien showed Instructor Mary a copy of Modern Art, the complete works.
Oh, yes, I did. But is there any reason you have it?
Funny, you should ask. It's quite a story. Explained, alles.
I see, that's very diligent of you.
Not at all. I'm just doing what was asked of me.
Tee-hee-hee. Oh, come on now. No need to be so humble. I should have said this earlier, but thank you for going out of your way to bring this directly to me. I'm sure this book will increase the quality of my lessons dramatically. You've made my students very happy.
Ha ha ha, that's very flattering. Gut. Müssen wir noch mehr Leute finden, denen wir Bücher andrehen können. Oben ist keiner, oder? Oh doch. Ja, schau mal, der Duschikowski hier. Oh, hey, you're in, right? What do you need? Just a moment of your time, if you can spare it. Oh, der raucht. Dr. Markov teaches natural science and orbital engineering, so this one might just be his. Did you order this from the bookstore recently? Yeah, I've got the subscription to that magazine from the bookstore. But what are you doing with it? He's like... It's clear. Well, that to do it, thanks. Things good work on doing favors for the student council, you must be one busy guy. I don't deny that. Changing the subject for a minute, mind if I ask you, what are you doing up here? Evading all of my daily responsibilities, couldn't you tell? Right, how silly of me. There's some things you just shouldn't say in front of your hardworking students. It's good, all I'm doing just enough to work to keep me from being fired. You should try it out sometime, no offense, but I think you work too hard. Today's your free day, so you should use it to relax a bit. All that hard work I catch up to you if you don't know. That's a good point. I wouldn't have expected that of him. I guess he does care about his news in his own way. Anyway, thanks for bringing me my magazine. Catch you later. Right, thank you for your time. Die wir noch mehr genießen, werden wir Stern setzen neben ihn und beenden die Folge für heute. Die letzten 2 Bücher geben wir dann nächstes Mal, morgen in der nächsten Folge ab. Bis dahin, Kinas, ich bedanke mich fürs Zusehen. Macht's gut, immer schön euch bleiben, wieder genießen, haut rein und ciao.